How do you get back on track after a major slip up? Something where you make such a big mistake, you feel so terrible about yourself that one bite leads to one meal, leads to a day, to a week, to weeks, to months, and then you're so far away, you're just giving up. How do we bring ourselves back? How do we recover from slip-ups that don't turn individual mistakes into months or even years of misery? In this video, I'm going to give you a simple but powerful technique that you already know how to do. But before I get there, I'd love to remind you to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want more like it. So here's the thing about slip-ups. They are an inevitable part of life. They happen all the time. We are human. We make mistakes. So to think that you can dial it in and I'm never going to eat that sleeve of Oreos again, I'm never going to have a drink that's going to lower my inhibitions again, I'm never going to go out with friends and have peer pressure make me order the wings, right? That's not how life works. We make mistakes. So coming into it with that understanding means you're less brittle. Because if you say, well, the only thing for me is never to make a mistake again, then as soon as you've made a mistake, well, it's like, breaking an egg. Can't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. It's all over. So the first thing is to recognize that we are mistake making and mistake recovering from machines. So once we have that understanding, I want to give you a metaphor. And this will work if you've ever driven a vehicle, a car, a truck, a bus, a van, a motorboat, even a bicycle. So when you are driving, and let's say it's a car, you have your hands on the wheel, I want you to notice, even if you're going on a straight road that doesn't deviate at all to the left or the right, I want you to notice, next time you do this, that your hands are moving back and forth a little bit. They're not still. And they move because you are making tiny little mistakes in your driving. You're a little bit too close over here to the center line, so you move a little bit to the right. You're veering a little bit too close to the curb, so you gently adjust the steering wheel back and forth. And if you watch yourself while driving, you will notice that you do this constantly, all the time. You do it elegantly, you do it instantaneously, and you do it without thinking. Now, what if you didn't have this capacity? What if you suddenly realized that you were a little bit off center? And then the only thing you can do is just keep going in that direction. Oh, I'm such a terrible driver. I hate when I do this. And the only thing that ends up happening is you either crash into oncoming traffic or drive off the road. That is in effect what's happening to your health habits, to your diet, to your exercise plans. When you make a mistake and you go a little bit too far in one direction, instead of simply turning the steering wheel and correcting instantaneously, you get caught up in self-criticism, self-blame, storytelling about how it's always going to be this way, and you're neglecting the simple, elegant tool, the intuitive tool that you use your whole life to keep going in the direction you want to. So that's the exercise. The next bunch of times you drive, really take a couple of minutes to notice this phenomenon, to feel it. You don't have to stare at the steering wheel, keep looking out the window, but notice your hands moving and notice how effortless it is to keep yourself in the center, even though you're almost always failing a little bit to the left or to the right. And then take that sense of elegance, of ease, of simplicity, of centering, of being present to what's happening right now. Because if you closed your eyes and tried to do it, within a few minutes, you'd hit something. You'd go off the side of the road one way or the other. It's your eyes open, taking in the ever-changing now that allows you to steer so beautifully. I want you to take that physical feeling of steering as well as this metaphor and bring it into the next time you feel like you might slip up. So think of that slip up as simply moving a little bit off center, and think about what it would feel like in your being, in your mind, and in your hands to gently course correct and move back. That way you don't have to wait years, months, weeks, days, hours, minutes. You can change instantaneously the things in your mouth and you go, oh, ha, put it down and you're back. You've just readjusted. So give this a try. Let me know what you think and have a great day.